What's up, guys? Today I want to talk briefly about position battles, the jobs on the Chicago Bears roster that are up for grabs. The battle for the starting center job is heating up, as today marks the first padded practice of training camp. Thought I'd talk for a couple minutes about what to watch as camp continues. Let's go ahead and get right into it. The center position is the only real starting job that's up for grabs, but there are some other battles to watch throughout camp. But the real competition here is between Coleman Shelton and Ryan Bates. They've rotated for every day of practice so far, and if the trend continues, Shelton will be running with the first team today, followed by Ryan Bates tomorrow, both getting a chance for a full padded practice with the first team. This will be the first real chance for either of these two guys to make an impression on the coaches. I think both of these guys are capable of playing the center position at an above average level, which would be a huge upgrade over what we've had in recent years from the likes of Sam Mustipher, Lucas Patrick, and Cody Whitehair. Both of these guys have been solid when they've gotten chances in the NFL, but for some reason, most of the media is picking Bates to win the job. I love Ryan Bates' game, and we all know that Ryan Poles has long wanted him to be a Chicago Bear after signing him to an offer sheet 2+ years ago. The Bills decided to match that offer, but Ryan Poles would still get his guy 2 years later by trading a day 3 pick for him. Now he's here battling for that starting center job, but he's also the guy most likely to step in if Nate Davis falters or Tevin Jenkins gets hurt. To me, Coleman Shelton is the favorite to start at center. His experience not only starting at center in the NFL, but also running Sean McVay's offense and working with both our offensive coordinator Shane Waldron and our passing game coordinator Thomas Brown during his time with the Rams. That familiarity alone should give Shelton an edge here, but pair that with his experience starting at center over the last 2 years, and I think he's just a shoe-in to win the job. And then Ryan Bates fits as a perfect sixth offensive lineman, a guy who can step in at center or either guard spot and should be able to give you adequate play, something that Lucas Patrick was supposed to do over the last couple of years, but never really lived up to the billing. I'm not ruling out Bates here, and I've been wrong before, but my money right now is on Coleman Shelton to win the job. If Bates wants to win this job, he's going to have to outplay Shelton in the padded practices and preseason reps. He's already stepped up as a vocal leader, but this is the one battle I will be monitoring most closely going forward. There are a couple of other spots up for grabs, though, just not starting spots, really. Of course, we have our punt returner and kick returner jobs, and then we have our swing tackle and our third defensive end, the guy who's going to come in on third downs in obvious passing situations. First up, I want to talk about swing tackle. Right now, the competition is between Larry Borom and Matt Pryor. Right now, our third round pick from Yale is not in the battle. If he gets healthy, he could also be added to the competition. But right now, Borom is currently in front of Pryor on the depth chart, but that's mostly because he's been here for 3+ seasons. Pryor should have an opportunity to challenge Borom over the next 3 weeks. I think Borom can be a decent swing tackle, but last year he was awful, and his playing time has caused him to now be making more money than he might be worth. So that means the Bears could save some cap space if they cut him. I think Poles wants Matt Pryor to beat him out, but it has to happen on the field before I write Borom off completely. And then as far as our third defensive end goes, we have quite a few names battling for that spot. But right now, Jacob Martin is the early front runner to win the job. Other guys like Dominique Robinson, Austin Booker, Khalid Kareem, Jamri Cromot, and Daniel Hardy are all going to be competing throughout training camp, but early indications are that Jacob Martin pretty much has that spot locked up. Other than that, we don't have a ton of battles. Obviously, the punt and kick return jobs are still up for grabs. I think Velus Jones will probably be our kick returner, but watch out for DeAndre Carter and Khalil Herbert. And then on punts, everyone's getting work right now. I still think DeAndre Carter or Dante Pettis are most likely going to be the guys to win the job, but the coaching staff might want to get Rome Odunze more involved. Remember now, with all these weapons on offense, we have Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, Gerald Everett, DeAndre Swift, and more. There just might not be as many reps for Rome Odunze during his rookie season. In that scenario, I could see the coaches wanting to get him on the field to return some punts. And he has been doing that a lot in camp. So watch out for Odunze on punt returns. And then there's also going to be a battle for the running back 2 job between Khalil Herbert and Roshan Johnson. And then the QB3 job between Brett Rippon and Austin Reed. But not really much to talk about with those battles right now. We'll have to see how guys perform in the preseason. Padded practices should be underway by the time you guys are watching this. Expect a big breakdown later today. If you missed yesterday's recap, go ahead and check that out now. Remember to hit the like button for me, guys. Stay tuned. And until next time, bear down.